Hello everyone, welcome to Codewell Tech. In this video, I will be explaining about reduce method of an array. Let's say you have array like this and you want to get the sum of array. So normally we'll do like this. Let sum for let I equal to 0, I less than nums dot length I plus plus. We require only one line, that's why I'm not using the curly brackets. Sum plus nums of I. And let me print it log sum, and you can see the result 20 here. I assign the console log function to the log variable, that's why I am directly using the log. So let's see how we can do the same thing with reduce. So reduce method is available on array. So nums dot reduce, and it will take two parameters. One is callback function and another one is initial value function comma initial value. So let's say 0. Enter, and this callback function will take the two main parameters. One is accumulator and current value. So here we will return the sum of accumulator and current value, and we need to return it. And let's store this to one variable. Let's say I'm just commenting this one. Here we print the sum. You can see the value 20 same. Here, two things that you need to notice is the reduce function will take the two parameters. One is callback function and initial value. So the callback function will be called for every element, which means for each iteration of the array, callback function will be called and the sum will be returned. The sum here means accumulator plus current value. So the sum of accumulator and current value will be returned on each invocation of callback function. So whenever you pass the initial value, the accumulator value is equal to the initial value. Now here in this function, accumulator value is 0 and the current value is equal to the 0th index of an array. So here in this case, 2 is the current value. Let me log the values of accumulator and current value and see in practical. Accum and in fact callback function will take the index value also. So I just write index also. Save. Now we see we have total 4 values, so means array length is 4 and there will be 4 iterations. So we are passing the initial value. So whenever we pass the initial value, as I said, accumulator value will be the 0. You can see that accumulator value will be 0 at the 0 index, means first iteration. So and current value is equal to the value that is available at 0th index in the array. So which means 2 here 2 and index is 0 and means first time. And the second time accumulator value is equal to, as I said, in each iteration the sum of the accumulator and current value will be returned, and that returned value will be stored in the accumulator. So 0 plus 2. So the accumulator value will be 2 after completion of the first iteration. And when it comes to second iteration, now accumulator value will be 2 and C value will be 4, which is available at index 1. And after the completion of the second iteration, it will come to third iteration, and in third iteration, the sum of 2 plus 4, 6 will be the accumulator value, and current value will be 6 because we have 6 at the second index. And the same way, after completion of this iteration, accumulator value will be 6 plus current value is 6, so 12, and current value will be 8. And then at last 12 plus 8 will be returned to the sum one, so which is 20. So accumulator value will be equal to the initial value whenever we have provided the initial value, and current value will be equal to the value that is available at the 0th index whenever we provide the initial value. And index is always same, like at what the iteration starts. So index here is 0 because it started the iteration from the 0. That's why you have seen 0 1 2 3. And now let us see same thing without passing the initial value. Just copy and paste here. Now don't pass the initial value, just pass the only callback value, and instead of someone I am printing some 2. Let me just cut it, paste sum 2, and now I'm saving it. So this is get called. So let me comment it. Using control case, you can comment the code in Visual Code. So I just commented this also. Now only we have this one, and I'm going to save it. Now you can see that we are not passing the initial value now. So whenever you don't pass the initial value, we see what will be the result. So accumulator value is 2 now. So this is what you need to observe. So whenever you don't pass the initial value, accumulator value will be equal to the value that is available at the zeroth index of an array. So now accumulator value will be 2 and current value will be equal to the value that is available at the index 1. So which means 4 is the current value. So whenever we don't pass initial value, the current value will be equal to value that is available at the index number 1. And the most importantly, you can see that now the index started from the 1. So the iteration have not started from the 2 because here we didn't pass the initial value and the zeroth index value is assigned to the accumulator. So no need to start from the zeroth index. That's why you can see that index is 1 now. And so we know that the result of callback function invocation will be stored in the accumulator. So 2 plus 6, 4, 6, and again 6 plus 6, 12, and 12 plus 8, 20. So there is no change in that. Here the only important thing is, so whenever you pass the initial value and whenever you don't pass the initial value. So these scenarios that we need to remember how accumulator and current values will be changing. Using EX6 arrow functions, we can just write one line of code like this. So this is about reduce function. So hope you like my explanation. Please subscribe to channel if you're not yet done. Thank you for watching.